Hi guys, we're going to be taking a look at the new trailer for Total War Warhammer, the in-engine cinematic, High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Then I'll be giving you my thoughts and impressions afterwards.
Something stirs in the World's Edge Mountains. Death comes to the Dwarven realms. In the centuries I have been High King, our enemies have thought us weak. Cowards, hiding in the deepest, darkest places. Fools. Every wrong is recorded. Every slight against us. Page after page, etched in blood. Clan Gunnison, Carrick Peaks, Joseph Bookman. The Urks must pay. Let them come. One wrong put right. But the great book of Grudges remains full.
Okay guys, so that was the new trailer from Total War Warhammer, the in-engine cinematic High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer trailer. So it's obviously focusing on the Dwarves, culminating in all the social media posts and little teasers and introducing series that Creative Assembly have done so far on the Dwarves. You can check out my current coverage, my previous videos on the Dwarves. I gave some sort of impressions and analysis of what I thought we might see from the Introducing Dwarves trailer that CA released a while back, a week or so ago. So now they followed up with an in-engine cinematic. Now, obviously that's not gameplay, but what it may well mean is that you might see some models and cinematics, some models and animations that may well end up in the final game. So it starts giving us an idea of how the Dwarves will look and act, basically. So I wanted to give my impressions, my thoughts that have stirred from this latest trailer. Well, obviously the biggest thing is the setting. They're underground battles. Now, I did mention in my previous Dwarven video whether or not you might have these kind of 3 layers of battles going on in a single instance, which I think is probably highly unlikely just because the engine probably can't deal with it all, of like aerial combat, land battle, and then underneath that an underground battle with dwarves popping out from the ground, you know, through tunnels and what have you. I think that's pushing it a bit too far, but certainly it looks like from this we'll be getting underground battles, sieges, in Total War Warhammer. You've got these huge defensive dwarven fortifications, these Carracks, I believe they're called. And you saw organ guns, dwarven cannons on there. There were gyrocopters buzzing around the field. I don't know if those were the standard gyrocopters with a cannon on the front, or whether they were like bomber gyrocopters. But they look pretty cool. I actually can't wait to get hands on and try out some gyrocopters to see, just kind of see how aerial combat actually feels in Total War Warhammer, whether it's stiff or whether it actually kind of glides through quite nicely, to be honest. I'd be looking forward to that. I should obviously mention that if you're going to EGX, which is one of the UK's biggest gaming conventions, that's going on the 24th to 27th of September, up in Birmingham at the NEC. I'm going to be there, but also, and far more importantly than me being there, Total War Warhammer is going to be there. Well, Creative Assembly are going to be there with Warhammer. There's going to be a playable demo, I believe, the Ambush at the Thundering Falls, or something like that, which is a quest battle. So that'll be actually playable code, playable gameplay at that event. So you'll be able to get hands-on with Warhammer for the first time. I'm super excited to try it out, see how it all feels, see how well it runs, because I'm really hoping that they're incorporating a 64-bit architecture for their engine with this. And okay, I don't expect it to necessarily be there in the playable demo at EGX, but I would love if they would tip the hat in some kind of notion that they are incorporating DirectX 12 technology into their game, because it's releasing next year, and most games that come out next year are, you know, have the time to work with DirectX 12, I'd assume anyway, seeing as the technology is kind of now out and it's time for developers to kind of jump on it. Just because the way Total War works, DirectX 12 isn't going to solve all the issues, but I think it will certainly help performance in some way. How much it'll help performance, we'll have to wait and see, basically. But I hope that it can solve some of the current kind of engine's issues. Not completely fix them, but help streamline a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, we saw this big old kind of siege going on in that video. We've got the orcs and the goblins going at it. It had an Ragnarok in there. You have, I don't know if it's Thorgrim actually leading the charge there, or another dwarven commander, but they're charging in with their axes and their shields and really going for it. Looks like some pretty cool animations. Obviously they're stout, stocky, you know, big bits of armour, these dwarven warriors, and they're just getting stuck in there, swinging axes around. I'm really looking forward to them. Dwarves are certainly going to be a good, fun faction to play, I think. I can't wait to try them out, to be honest, in the playable code. But yeah, the whole setting, these underground battles, I think that's going to be quite an interesting set of kind of maps and what have you. I wonder, you know, if we'll see any kind of special attributes to sort of that setting, that area for combat. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the Book of Grudges in that trailer. Thorgrim, the High King of the Dwarves, sort of looking over the book, writing in it, and at the end, I believe, is he striking one off? The Book of Grudges records every woe, every wound, every slight against the dwarves, every grudge that they have against their enemies, and it mentions a few in that trailer. But I wonder if I think it would make a lot of sense if in the game you have the option to strike some of those grudges off by following quest battles. But I wonder if it might be easier to actually access some of those grudges yourself by almost having like a pool of grudges, almost like quests that you can choose as your active mission, almost objective that you can pursue, and if you maybe it'll end up in a quest battle. Maybe that's how quest battles will work, perhaps, for the dwarves. And that once you complete that and you go through the quest battle chain, you'll be rewarded with, I don't know, a different weapon or what have you for your general or one of your agents, and then you can equip that and get more powerful or what have you. But if you complete that as the dwarves or a certain one, then you'll be able to strike off that grudge from the book. I mean, I assume there must be hundreds, if not thousands, of grudges, so they probably won't all be in there, but I wonder if a select few will be accessible to kind of actually interact with and role-play with. I wonder if that's how it will work there. I wonder if there's... I mean, I guess there's not, but I wonder if there's any limitations on Magic Underground. Perhaps those more versed in Warhammer lore will be able to tell me whether in the Warhammer fantasy universe is magic more prevalent underground, or is there, you know, do dwarves have dwarven runes in Warhammer lore? I know that often dwarves interact with runes in other fantasy worlds, but do they have runes to, I don't know, enhance their armour, or is that their own sort of their own separate arc of magic that they deal with, perhaps? I'm sure someone can enlighten me down below. But I mean, with the dwarves, a lot of the focus is going to be on technology, and it's going to be interesting to see how the technology trees for the dwarves kind of pan out and play out. And I wonder how you can actually affect that technology. I hope as perhaps alluded to in this trailer, obviously it's an in-engine cinematic, it's not an actual gameplay. But I wonder if you can actually dismount your pilots out of your gyrocopters. I don't think we've got like transport ships as such, and not that I know of. But it'd be quite cool if you could drop a little pilot out of his gunship and he starts shooting things with like a little shotgun or something. That'd be quite fun. If it's just for the cinematic, then fair enough. But I wonder if perhaps, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking here. I wonder if there would ever be like kind of capture point mechanics, and like you'd have to infiltrate with a squadron of gyrocopters or something, and then drop the pilots out. Why am I saying pirates? Drop the pilots out, perhaps, and then infiltrate something. I don't know. I don't know if that's too far away from what Total War will do. It's about big armies rather than kind of small little squads and individuals. But you never know. It would be interesting. I wonder if there is anything within the Warhammer universe, not just for the dwarves, but is there any way to kind of get troop transports of some kind? I mean, are there airships in Warhammer Fantasy? Is that a thing to work with? Because you've got these aerial units. I mean, can you grab another unit and take him and plop him over there? Just thoughts. This is all kind of just thoughts spilling out of my head with the trailer going on. But yeah, technology, obviously cannons and things like that. Organ gun looked fantastic there, firing multiple shots. I really do look to getting stuck in and playing super heavy defensive with the dwarves when I want to, and obviously being offensive as well. But you know, forming up a nice line as the dwarves had there outside, giving a charge with the cannons firing, giving you covering fire as they charge forward there. All looks like with the dwarves you're going to get a really different feel and setting to the other factions. So I'm very interested to see how they play out. Settlement and battles and sieges wise, hopefully their artists have gone to town and created some fantastic carracks that you can defend, and I'm just looking forward to seeing some of the campaign map now, actually. While I'm desperately looking forward to playing the game at EGX, which is this battle, I hope they start teasing. I assume they'll finish up with the vampire counts, then we might start getting to see some of the campaign map. Because I'm wondering how that's all going to evolve and fit in, and how it'll look and what have you there. Feel free to share your thoughts, because this is not necessarily a video of me telling you new information, but kind of sharing my thoughts and impressions of the dwarves and of High King Thorgrim's trailer. So feel free to share any thoughts that you have. Those of you that are far more educated in Warhammer lore, set us all straight. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll keep you guys up to date as often as I can with Warhammer information as it comes out. Been a little bit slow getting this video out, but I thought I'd sit down this fine Sunday and get it recorded. So yeah, share your thoughts on the dwarves. What do you think? Do you like them, or are vampire counts more your thing? Are you now kind of quite excited because this should mean that vampire counts sort of trailers and cinematics are on their way soon as well? I wonder if we'll have another battle kind of actual gameplay video. I wonder if they'll perhaps show that ambush at the Thundering Falls that is going to be the playable code at EGX, perhaps before maybe we might get to see that in a video like we did with the Blackfire Pass gameplay. So that's what I'm going to wrap up for now. So I do hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, XMG, Greenman Gaming and GT Omega Racing. I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, ciao for now.